everyone, this is the news break and I'm Marya Shakil. With just 44 days to go for elections in Pakistan, 2611 Mastermind, Hafiz Saeed's son Talha Saeed has filed his nomination papers in Lahore today. Saeed is backing a party named Pakistan Markazi Muslim League, and the party is contesting all seats in Pakistan elections next year. In 2022, remember, India had declared Talha Saeed as an individual terrorist under UAPA. In fact, the MHA, which is Ministry of Home Affairs notification, had said he has been actively involved in recruitment, fund collection, planning and executing attacks by Laskhar-e-Taiba in India and Indian interests in Afghanistan, unquote. Hafiz Saeed, the founder of Laskhar-e-Taiba, has not been brought to book for orchestrating the 2611 attacks in Mumbai, which killed 166 people. Remember, Pakistan had admitted to being part of the plot being hatched on their soil, but besides some superficial action, it has not really taken anything concrete to bring the perpetrators of this horrific terror attack to book. So what role will Talha Saeed play in Pakistan politics, and how significant is this development? We have straight from Islamabad, Ambassador Ali Sarwar Naqvi. He's the former ambassador. We also have Kalbe Ali, senior reporter, Daily Dawn, from Islamabad, and Dr. Tara Karta is former director, National Security Council Secretariat. Ambassador Naqvi, starting with you, why is Talha Saeed being given a free run in Pakistan?
Sorry, your question is not clear because there's been a drop in the internet connection.
Okay. Is this better now, sir? Can I ask you again?
Yeah.
Please. I want to understand from you Talha Saeed and his entry into politics, with him filing the nomination papers in the upcoming elections. How is Pakistan viewing it?
Well, this is not such an issue that Pakistan as a whole is viewing it. I mean, there are many nominations, and I think anybody can file nomination papers. I am not aware of Talha Saeed filing a nomination paper, and none of my colleagues who follow Pakistani affairs who know this in particular. And then this has to be scrutinized by the Election Commission of Pakistan. All nominations have to be scrutinized. So this is premature to presume that he will be elected to the National Assembly. This is a process. Anybody has the right to file nomination papers, even those who have charges against them. This is something that is the case in most other countries, including India.
Okay.
Kalbe Ali, US,
if we were to look at that, India has designated Talha as a terrorist, as an individual terrorist. His father, Hafiz Saeed, Jaish-e-Mohammed chief, Maulana Masood Azhar, underworld don Dawood Ibrahim, and several others are already on this list. So the fact is that the questions will be asked if Pakistan is indeed serious to ensure that those who were responsible, who were the mastermind behind 2611 terror attack, if Pakistan wants them, wants to really ensure that India's demand for justice is met.
Well, you see, in the first place, it has not been proved conclusively because the legal processes have gone on, and we got some information from the Indian government. But as far as I know, I am not a government spokesman, but we got some information on which the courts found many things lacking. So there was no final judgment in regard to the case.
Okay.
To say that they are proved terrorists who were involved in the Mumbai attacks.
But what does it speak about Pakistan politics, Kalbe Ali?
Presumptuous.
As a journalist tracking politics in the country, tell me, what does it speak about Pakistan's politics? You have a country where Imran Khan is not being allowed to contest, but you have someone who is a designated terrorist being given that place, that he can file his nomination papers.
Yeah, that's what I am saying, that actually according to the laws, constitution and the laws, anyone can form, establish a political party. Even you are actually naming a few people. There are many more which have been involved in what you call attacks in India, Kashmir Jihad, and also they have been designated terrorists within Pakistan. I mean, I'm not. Let's ignore those who have been involved in some kind of militancy abroad. But there are many people who have been and who are openly declared, who have openly been declared terrorists in Pakistan. I have also filed nomination papers. So this is a lacuna in the system, and anyone can file nominations and even become an elected representative in the country. Establishing a political party is not a problem. This party, I mean, from Hafiz Saeed Shah's party, it was previously a Law party, now it is Pakistan Markazi Muslim League. So establishing a party is not a problem in Pakistan according to the law and the system. They can do it. If they are blocked by the election commission, they can approach the court and the court will direct them. It has happened with many of the terror groups who have been operating within the country and were even involved in attacks on our establishment, army, police, and the people of Pakistan. So this is actually a lacuna in the system, and we have to recognize it and rectify it. This is what I think.
Yes, Dr. Tarakarta, the Indian government has been requesting that Pakistan should take action against, Hafiz Mohammed Saeed. But nothing seems to have happened except that he is behind bars, but he is running it through his son. I mean, there is a proxy in his son through which he is functioning and very actively. And now his son is entering politics too.
I think I'm not sure about the law in Pakistan, as the previous speaker said, but Hafiz Saeed's conviction is clear. 32 years, I think he was given. And if indeed he is running this party from prison, well, that is, a sworn terrorist who's been designated by the UN. That is something. It's not just a common criminal or somebody who has charges against him within the country. This is a UN designated international terrorist, and he is now conducting these, getting his son into this election fold. But I'm pretty sure that the Pakistanis, right now, let's face something. There is complete army rule in Pakistan. Let's get this fact out of the way first. They are the ones who are running the show. So if he is being given that kind of space to go and float this political party, it is a conscious decision, which is what is worrisome. Talha Saeed, now people may say, we are trying to rehabilitate him or something like that. I don't know. But the fact that he is designated by India is not going to bother Pakistan in the least. When I say Pakistan, I mean the Pakistan army, because they just had Yasin Malik's wife being an SAPM in the government. So that's the kind of thing that they are doing. And recently, as you know, the whole Article 370 deal, they've gone ballistic on that. So all this is in line with their position so far. And while it is true that criminals, for whatever reason, do get to file their, nomination papers, this particular thing is rather unusual for any country. Let me just put it like that.
You're calling it amusing, and it will be certainly very amusing for the people of Pakistan as well, Ambassador Naqvi. Of course, you're saying that it is not being discussed, but his son has filed nomination papers. It will become an important political development. It is coming at a time when Imran Khan is behind bars, and we do not know what will happen with Nawaz Sharif. He's back in Pakistan, but what next for him? Bilawal Bhutto, again, the future of his is not very clear. And then you have a new entry in his son. So what purpose does Talha Saeed really serve for Pakistani army?
Listen, first, this is what I said in the beginning, is that this is possible under the law. And this is not a lacuna. I disagree with my panelist here. This happens. This is the position in most other countries, even in the United States. There was a man called Adam Clayton Powell, who was a criminal, who was a member of the U.S. House of Representatives for many, many years. So That's one. Number two, Hafiz Saeed has not been declared a terrorist by the United Nations. This move was initiated a number of times by India, but the United Nations did not designate him as a terrorist because there was no consensus amongst the Security Council members. Now, as regards the purpose, I mean, he's a lone or one single individual in a house of more than 270 members. So he would serve no purpose, and if he gets in, but he has to his nomination papers have to be scrutinized by the Election Commission of Pakistan, and that hasn't happened. So I think this is a premature discussion because there is no reason why we should presume that he will be a member and that he will have influence.
Okay, so whether he'll be allowed to contest or not, that's that's a grey area is what Ambassador Naqvi is saying, because his papers are being scrutinized. But Kalbe Ali, help us understand, so will it be fair and a correct statement to make that Hafiz Saeed is running his party from jail?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Please, can you repeat the question?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, so my question is, will it be correct to say that Hafiz Saeed is running his party from jail?
Well, you see, one thing is we have to understand that in Pakistan, none of the religious parties, and especially the religious extremist parties, they have ever been able to make their way into the parliament. And even last time, as I mentioned, they were contesting the elections by the name of Allah Akbar Party. The Allah Akbar Party was the name of their party, and they could not bag more than 1,200 between 500 to 1,500 votes, which means it is nothing compared to the total registered votes around 300,000 in those constituencies, in several constituencies, mainly in central Punjab. So taking him as serious candidate, as a serious candidate, is not a point. It's the second point that we are actually, the whole argument we are raising is that there is no case against Talha himself. His father was and is in house arrest. And as far as running the party is concerned, this Markazi Muslim League is not even a political party, what you can say, that it should be, which has presence in all units from districts, divisions, provincial level, and even having a worker base. It is not even a working political party that a political party should be. So it's only some kind of having a presence in politics. And as far as Talha is concerned, Talha has no case against him, nowhere. It's actually only because of his father, and there are accusations that he had been involved in something. But previously, as far as I know, he was involved in some kind of social works and other charity works of the Mother Party of Laskhar-e-Taiba. They were involved. He was involved with him, but he has never been accused of any terror act anywhere previously, except for starting from even up to yesterday.
Is he really a serious player?
No, as I told you, and I still can bet on it, that he will not be able to get more than 200 or 2,000 and 2,500 votes in a constituency N8122, which has around 300,000 votes, registered votes. So somebody getting 3,000 votes in 300,000, 13 lakh. Out of 10 lakh, he is going to get only maximum of 3,000 votes. And that is what all the religious parties are getting in Pakistan. People, even the Christians, there are several constituencies where the Christians are in majority, Christian votes. And there are some areas in Tharparkar, Umarkot, where the Hindus are in majority. Even there, the Hindus and the Christians and the Muslims all over Pakistan, we have not seen them voting in large numbers, and largely speaking, except for barring very few constituencies, a maximum of 4 or 5 constituencies, people do not vote on religious grounds. In Pakistan, we have not seen it. At least in last 20-30 years that I have been observing things. So based on religious grounds, he is going to get maximum of between 2 and 3,000 votes. So he's not even taken
Okay, so
as
he's
a
not
serious
really a
player.
serious player, but Dr. Tara Karta, how should India be viewing it?
No, I do agree that, say, religious parties haven't got a vote, all that stuff. That is true. But the thing is, the last time when these people were contesting, the establishment was basically propping up Imran Khan. So the whole idea was to break up the vote in Punjab and ensure that Nawaz Sharif did not win and Imran Khan did. So to that extent, these people served their purpose. Now here, the point is, what we are trying to say is that how is this process even taking place? It's not whether he will win or not win. That we'll see down the line what happens. The point is that all this activity is taking place in the open. When everybody knows what Talha Saeed has been doing in terms of terrorism within JUD, it's an open secret. And anyone you ask in POK, they will tell you what he's all about. So that is a problem, that if you are allowing this kind of, terrorist theater, I mean, I don't know what else to call it, to take place, it's extremely worrisome. And that too under a direct army rule. I mean, I'm sorry, that's what it is. Right now, the army is deciding everything. So then what are we going to look into this? This looks it looks a rather dangerous development.
Okay. So you see this as a dangerous development. But Ambassador Naqvi, your final thoughts on this?
You see, I don't know how, in India, Pakistan is painted as a terrorist sponsor state, and many things are attributed to Pakistan which are wrong. And Pakistan is like any other country, and there is a problem of terrorism that exists here, which exists also in many other countries, including India. So, just to label Pakistan suits India's politics. And I don't think that's very fair. Secondly, the army is alleged to be behind everything in Pakistan. That's also not correct, because we are having our elections. We have candidates. This election process is a normal course of our democracy. And I think that there is nothing hidden or clandestine about this. So why all these doubts and suspicions, I don't understand.
Okay. As journalists, we try and look at the developments very dispassionately, but certainly if an individual has been declared a terrorist in India under UAPA and he is contesting, even if he has filed his nomination papers, it certainly is news here. Ambassador Naqvi Kalbeali and Dr. Tara Karta, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.